Okay, this is a question I ask all real estate people. Why is every real estate agent not a real estate investor also?
I also ask that question.
Okay, so I'm glad that you have not answer for that. This makes no sense.
Fear.
But
It's fear. It's fear.
Here's the answer I hear. Okay, and fear is right, but here's the answer. When I say, "Hey, Mary, why don't you invest in real estate?" The first thing that comes out of their mouth is, "Well, our income is just so inconsistent."
Right.
And I'm like,
Yeah, but there's a way to fix that.
But you have a cheat code.
You
have a cheat code.
What we have would be insider trading in any other business.
That's it. You know
100%.
everything before it
100%.
comes out.
100%.
Well, it was like, for example, the first apartment complex we bought, Crystal Odom, love her. She's a killer agent in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
And she's really the only one I knew that I really loved.
Yeah.
And I just said, "Hey, I want to buy an apartment complex. Can you help?" "Well, I've never done that before, but I'll do the best I can."
Right.
And so she started sending me any multifamily because apparently the day before it goes on listing, she gets it. I don't know if this is true or not true, but the day before it's listed, she would get it.
There isn't a system that does that today, but there's a lot of word of mouth that can happen.
Correct.
Right.
And so she would send me an email once a week.
Yeah.
Of like, this is either went on the market today, yesterday, or going tomorrow.
Right.
And for 6 months, I looked at everything.
Uh-huh.
And I'd say, no, ran the numbers, all the things you talk about what you do with your kids. And then I'd find one. "Hey, let's go look at this one." Didn't like it. Hey, let's go look at this one. It'd been on the market one day. I went and looked at it, and then we ended up buying it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you've got access to this?
And you're not doing
And
it.
you're not either figuring out how to use it,
Yeah.
partnering with an investor that does have the money.
Do something.
Do something to develop something outside of your salary.
So I believe that brokerages, and I'll include everybody in this, we have failed the real estate agent because we've taught people how to make money, but we haven't taught people how to invest the money. And it'll be 3 years in September. So I turned 50 in June of 2021. And I mean, I was be super vulnerable, transparent, went through, a divorce, this, that, and the other, took a step backwards, blah, blah, blah. Really don't have retirement.
Yeah.
And birthdays, like, we're not big birthday people, our family. I mean, we celebrate and everything, but it's not like big deal. 50 hit me. No other year had hit me. 21 didn't hit me, 30, 40, none of that. 50 hit me, and I was like, dang, I need to get moving fast.
Wow.
So I went to my husband, and so the minute that I get something in my mind, I'm like, okay, now let's form an action plan. Let's sit down, whiteboard it out, get it put together. Yeah. What are we going to do? So I said, here's what we're going to do. I want to buy this many doors. Here's the math. We're going to not take any money out of it for 10 years. We're just going to pay down, snowball it. Dave Ramsey, just use let the tenants pay it off. In 10 years, when the mortgages are paid off, this is what we're going to have in passive income at 60. And he said, absolutely not. And I said, okay, tell me why. He said, I don't want to be a landlord. And I said, fair enough. You're not going to be a landlord. You're going to be an investor. Yeah. We're going to hire people. I'm not managing this property. Yeah. I don't have time.
I'm not going to fix toilets.
I don't have well, here's the catch. So everything I've ever done, I've done with a partner. I think partnerships help you get there faster.
They do.
With the right people.
Yeah.
With the right vetting, the right people, the right alignment, all that stuff. So I said, look, it's going to be you, me, and our business partner. He's bringing money. I'm bringing money. You're a general contractor. You're going to handle the maintenance. And
we're going to pay, no.
We're going to keep our expenses low.
Yeah. Because
you're going to handle the maintenance, now materials, and of course, right? But that's how we're going to do this. You're the secret sauce.
What did he say?
He said, are they going to call me? I said, no, the tenants aren't going to call you. You don't go in there. You don't tell them you're an owner. You don't tell them anything. You don't give them your phone number.
You're probably the fix-it guy.
So and he said, I'm still not into it. And I said, great, no problem. Here's what I want you to do. I said, take 3 days. In 3 days, I want you to come back to me with a plan that shows me how we're going to have X amount of income monthly, passive income, in 10 years. And when you give me that plan, if it's viable, we'll just do that. Well, there isn't another plan. There's not. So 3 days later, he's like, okay, fine. We're doing this. So we did, and we started. And so what that bore for me, I'm a big believer, if you want to know something really well, you teach it. And I can't stand in front of a room and teach something if I'm not doing it, right? So we started 3 years ago, wealth building masterminds inside our office, our brokerage. So every single month, we get a group of agents come in and they're learning about investing in real estate. And I'm watching partnerships happen. I'm watching flips happen. I'm watching these agents, exactly what you're saying. I'm going, look, guys, you can generate great capital selling real estate. The question is, what are you spending it on and what are you doing with it? And how can you put it back into this field that we know and love and are passionate about and create generational wealth for your family? So that is, I think it's actually a hallmark of our office that, number one, so many agents are now buying their own investment property. They're flipping deals. They're making mistakes. Yeah. They're learning. They're hitting home runs. They're learning. You don't get it perfect every time. And we bring in different speakers and sometimes I just share, okay, here's a deal that I'm looking at. Let's underwrite this together. Let's just underwrite it right now. Let me walk you through the process, teach you how to do it. And that gets into all kinds of things. That opens up the conversation around budget and personal budget and business budget and what does a P&L look like and what tax strategies. And, we talk a lot about cost segregation. We talk a lot about, how are you paying yourself a salary so that just on and on and on, all the things. Every single one of them should be that. And so I think that I did it selfishly to hold myself accountable to doing what I know our family needed to do. And at the same time, I think it's been beneficial for all of our people.